Hi guys, welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be applying some makeup to my face. Nothing new, nothing particularly amazing, just a few bits that I really love and a bit of Project Pan makeup. And I'm going to be doing the beauty consumer tag. I never did this. This is such an old tag and I never did it. And it came up in my recommendations the other day. It was like Teresa is Dead did it. I don't actually know who originally did this tag, but credit to whoever did. But I saw Teresa's video come up on my recommendations. So I was like, God, that's an old video, and it was like 2 years old, and I was like, oh my god, I never did that. Here I am today. I thought I'd apply some makeup because I am about to go do some grocery shopping. Not that I need makeup to do some grocery shopping, but it's a lovely day outside. I was like, yeah, I might go visit my mum. Let's put some makeup on, and whilst I do it, I might as well film the beauty consumer tag because I never did it, and I don't know, I just feel like I wanted to do it. So if that sounds like a little bit of you, then keep on watching. I just want to preface this with any of my answers. This is like a no judgment free zone. If you want to answer these questions with me, then that'd be amazing. We can do it together and I can see your answers. If you've already done this tag already, then link me your channel. Let's, I want to see what your answers are. I think this is going to be really fun. If my answers cause you upset, please just click off. I don't want to do that. So yeah, please don't comment down below how much you hate my answers or anything like that. Just click off, do yourself a service, The first question is, how much do you spend on makeup a month and a year? Okay, I spend in the region of £300 to £400 a month on beauty. That includes shower and bathing products, toothpaste. I know you could call that necessity, but I don't really call it that. I like break all my finances down into my little book here. Oh no, my bookmark came out. And every single month I have total outgoings. I have groceries, social bill, a food bill that's not groceries, like going out for lunch. Like I need to be on track of that. Beauty, games, home, fashion, and miscellaneous. Miscellaneous could be things like buying someone's birthday present, I don't know, or the dentist, which doesn't happen very often, so yeah, I look at all those things, but I do spend about £300 to £400 on that. And I suppose if I'm using that number per year, I've just done 350 times by 12 on my calculator, and that's £4,200. Yeah, that's my answer. The second question is, do you feel guilty about how much you spend on makeup? Yes and no. So the reason that's so high, I actually don't buy makeup constantly, but I spend a lot at once, if that makes sense. So like if I was going to do a Colourpop order, I wouldn't do like 7 Colourpop orders in a year, but I would spend £100 on a Colourpop order twice a year. So, I'm not spending lots and lots of money in different places. I actually don't purchase a great deal in terms of, that £300 to £400 isn't drugstore makeup that I'm constantly buying. I do buy a lot in terms of like if I compare myself to other people or just like normal people that just have, 1 to 2 foundations, maybe 3 eyeshadow palettes, 1 pressed powder, 3 blushes. Like obviously I have more than that, but I do have a beauty channel and it is my hobby. I like talking about makeup, discovering makeup, doing all those things. So when I think about it from that perspective, I don't feel guilty. If I said playing golf or going to football every single week was a hobby and I spent £20 a week doing that and purchasing the boots and going to training and spending petrol on doing things, and then it all added up to about £150 a month just going to football once a week, no one would say anything. Like you wouldn't say anything. If you said I enjoy going out with my friends and drinking, you could spend £60 to £80 in an evening just going out and having dinner and having drinks with your friends, like making a proper evening out of it. So I don't feel guilty that I spend more than the average on beauty because it is my hobby. It makes me happy. I have this channel and you don't have to purchase things for a channel, so I'm not using that as an excuse, but that is one of the reasons, and I don't feel guilty for spending the money on it. However, I would really like to curb my spending. Part of me tracking my finances in my book every single month is making me more aware of how much I'm spending. So kind of saying to myself, maybe you shouldn't be purchasing this right now. I've been really doing well with not doing like sporadic purchasing, impulsive purchasing. Last year I did the makeup wish list and it really helped me realise that I can hold off for a lot of things. I feel like I'm dragging this answer on, but I would really like to curb my spending to about £200 to £300 a month and just reduce it like that. There's no point in me trying to be all cold turkey about it and go from £300 to £400 to £100. It just wouldn't happen. That's just not realistic for me because I just enjoy buying makeup and playing around with it and all those things. But I would like to cut my spending down by about £100 every month. That for me, if I can do that, then I'll go from there, Question number 3. Do you get FOMO related to makeup releases. Do I get FOMO? Yes and no. I get FOMO especially when a collaborator or collaboration has happened. So the Angelica Nyqvist and Oden's Eye collaboration, there was just like no hesitation. I just picked up just like that. Threw a couple of extra things in the cart just to come up to a decent shipping cost. Some things like that, I'm like, I am not missing out. I try to steer away from feeling FOMO with other mainstream releases. So for example, like the Kaleidos release, they did those 2 quads and all the blushes. I know I will pick that up at some point, and part of me has FOMO of, oh my god, if they discontinued that, I'd be so upset if I didn't get my hands on it. But I just try to hold out for as long as possible in order to not kind of reinvigorate that whole like a sporadic purchasing in me. Number 4, do you purchase or keep items simply because they are limited edition? No? Yes. Yes. I don't purchase them simply because they're limited edition. I'm not going to purchase something like a Hello Kitty collab just because it's limited edition, or a SpongeBob collab just because it's limited edition. Like, that's not me. I don't purchase just because I think I'm not going to be able to get it again. And that kind of links into the FOMO feeling. But for example, like the Heather Austin and Adept Cosmetics collab, I've never bought from Adept Cosmetics before, but it's always been on my radar. In fact, I think I discussed them last year in my, like, what indie brands I want to try. I want to refilm that video as well upon reflection of some brands that I have actually tried from that video. So using that palette as an example, I knew it was limited edition. I knew I wanted to try the brand. Therefore, I did buy it because it was limited edition. But it was kind of like a match made in heaven in terms of, I love Heather, I love the palette. I really want to try Adept Cosmetics, so I purchased it. It was like, this is the time I make this order, you know? But I don't purchase things just because they're limited edition. For me, it has to really tickle my pickle to be able for me to want it, even if it's limited edition or if it's not. Question number 5. Would you be willing to pay more money for a sold out product online? Hell to the no. I am not willing to buy products from resale sites. When people purchase like bulk amount of items and then they try to sell it on for hire, I am just not about that life. Like, I don't like to pay full price for anything. Period. I don't like to pay full price for anything. That's kind of like my motto. I have said this multiple times. If you've been a long time viewer on this channel, you'll know that I say it all the time. I don't like to pay full price for anything, okay? Have it be known. And because of that, I always look for a coupon code, discount code, even when something's full price and there isn't a discount on it. For example, on Beauty Bay, like some more expensive items like Melt, for example, sometimes they're only like 10 or 20% off. 20% off is good, but I always think anything above 20%, that's the real deal. I won't purchase something if it's got 10 or 20% and I'm like, that'll happen again. That will happen again. So for me, I will only ever purchase something if it is discounted. The only time when I don't do that is when I'm like, I don't want to miss out on this. There's certain palettes that I will pay full price for because I know I really want that and I'm not willing to wait and risk not being able to pick it up, you know? But to answer the question, I would not be willing to pay more than what it was originally retailed for just because I missed out on it. Okay, question number 6. Do you wish you could spend more money or less? Well, okay. Interesting question. Honestly, I wish I would spend less. Like, not that I could, I wish that I would spend less. You know, going back to me saying I want to really curve my spending by, let's start with £100 a month and we'll try and work down from there. I really, really want to try and curb my spending that way. However, I would like to be able to spend the same amount that I do, if not a tiny bit more, and not feel guilty about it. If I was to buy more or spend more, then I would worry about actually getting to use the makeup. So I wish I could spend less because it would help me out financially if I spent less, and I wish I could spend more sometimes when I want to spend more so I didn't feel guilty about doing so. But as a whole, like, I feel like it's like a knife edge. I wish I could spend more when I want to, but I don't want to just spend more for the sake of spending more, you know? Number 7, do you feel compelled to buy something when you see it in someone else's collection? No, I don't think I do actually. Do I feel compelled to buy something when I see it in someone else's collection? No, I'm gonna say no on that one. Because for me, I am very much like, I'm on it in terms of makeup releases. I'm always on Instagram, always looking at the latest trends, latest releases, things like that. So actually for me, when I see something in someone else's collection, I'm probably already seen it and have already decided if I actually want that or not. The only time where I would say yes is when I've been thinking about something, like thinking about purchasing something, and I see it in someone's makeup collection and I'm like, oh, this is actually beautiful and therefore I do actually want it. But I would say on the whole, no. Looking at other people's makeup collections makes me happy, makes me excited. I like playing around and just seeing the difference in my makeup collection to other people's. However, it doesn't make me compelled to want something just because they've got it. Number 8, do you buy more during the holidays? I think this means holidays as in what I would call Christmas. Do I buy more during the holidays? No. I would say no. I used to. So my answer to this 3 years ago would be yes, because I would buy all the holiday packets and the value packs and things like that. But nowadays I see it for what it is, and through my makeup wish list that I did last year, and I really should reinvigorate it actually. Through my makeup wish list that I did, I think I really found that actually a deal is only a deal if you wanted it before it was gone from full price down, like lower, you know? It's not a deal if you're still handing over money. And actually a deal or a bargain is only a bargain if you wanted it before like the price went down. I know I said that twice, but like that's when it's a bargain. It's not a bargain if you're never going to buy it. Even if something's gone from £40 to £20 and you go, oh my God, I caught it on such a bargain. Actually, and I've had to tell myself this, actually it's not a bargain because you were never going to pay for it at £40. So actually all you've done is just spend another £20, you know? So yeah, 3 years ago I would have said yes. Nowadays I say no. I still do get very twitchy when a sale comes on, but now I really utilise like the wish list facility on a lot of sites, and if it's not on my wish list I'm like, nope, you didn't even want it for full price, therefore don't you dare buy it on sale. And I do still slip up every now and again. I'm only human, I'm not a robot. Sometimes I do make that mistake and forget that that is the message I need to tell myself, but yeah, nowadays no, I'm actually pretty good. Number 9, have you ever hidden a makeup purchase from family or friends? Why you gotta out me like that? Why you gotta out me like that? Yeah 100%. Do you know what it is? Okay, how do I word this without sounding really pathetic? But I feel like you either get it or you don't. And is it shame? I don't think it's shame. I just don't want to explain myself. I think that's what it is. It's like, I know why I've bought something and I don't want to have to explain myself if someone looks at me funny, like, oh, more makeup. I don't want to, why should I explain myself? I'm nearly 25 years of age. I shouldn't have to explain myself to anyone. I earn my living, I pay my bills, I'm not in debt, you know, like for me, like I'm doing okay in terms of I've got a good head on me and I've never put myself in a position where I couldn't afford to eat, I couldn't afford to pay my bills, never. So therefore I'm kind of like, do you know what I do is my business and it's not yours. And even with my close family and friends, like we have a giggle about it, or like, you know, I'm not saying Jake is like this at all, but sometimes Jake could be like, as a joke, he'd be like, more makeup. But sometimes I don't hide it, I don't parade it, if you know what I mean, because I can't be bothered for the discussion or the joke or the comment, because I'm like, do you know what? When anything ever comes through the door that's anyone else's, I don't make a comment, because you have made that purchase for you and you have decided, you're an adult and you have decided if you can afford it, if you want it, if you need it. Even if I don't agree with the answers that you've gone through for that process, that's not up to me. So I don't feel embarrassed, I don't hide it, but I just don't parade it. Does that answer the question? I'm not sure if it does. Number 10, do you have more than 10 products in your collection that you have not used in over a month? Yeah, 100%. Interestingly, I got asked by my cousin once, this was like literally 2 years ago, or was it my uncle? I can't remember who said it actually. And they said, do you actually use all that makeup? Me, defensive mode. Yes. So I actually use all my makeup. Do I use all my makeup every single day? No, because that is literally impossible. Yes, I use all my makeup, but it is impossible for me to use all of my makeup all the time, every single month, just because of the sheer magnitude of my collection. So the answer is yes, I do have more than 10 products that haven't been used in the last month. The answer is no to will I ever not use them, you know? I have intent for everything. Number 11, have you ever been pressured to purchase something you could not afford or did not need? I think my answer is no. Have I been influenced by family and friends? Absolutely not, because all my family and friends don't like beauty as much as I do, so I've never been convinced by them to purchase something. Have I been influenced to purchase something from online, like YouTubes and stuff? Yeah. But usually if I have been influenced to buy something, it's because it's been in the back of my head that I want to purchase it anyway. Yeah, I've been influenced to buy things I don't need, but I've never been influenced to buy something that I can't afford, ever. Because I'm just very real with myself when it comes to living within my means. So I think if I answer that in short, no. Number 12, do you purchase makeup for collector reasons? Yeah, yes I do. I do purchase makeup for collector reasons. I know a lot of people have thoughts on that, and guess what? I have thoughts on it too. I collect things just like Jake collects those Funko Pop figures that are kind of like his thing. That's all I want to say, they're his thing. Yeah, I collect makeup for makeup collecting reasons. I have come to this realisation that you cannot collect everything. So I used to be a collector of Colourpop palettes. I'd say maybe 3 to 4 years ago I'd buy all of them, or buy most of them, and then they started releasing things like on an actual daily basis, and obviously there comes a point where you're like, I can't collect things anymore. Though I don't purchase makeup anymore for collector's reasons just to have the complete set. Sometimes I do that and then I really kick myself for doing that. For example, the Beauty Bay palettes, like I actually love the £20 Beauty Bay palettes, and I purchased the New Romantics knowing I probably wouldn't use it, but I purchased it anyway because I was like, it's a collector's, I'm gonna purchase it to complete my collection. Stupid Megan. So yeah, the answer in short is yes, I do purchase makeup for collector's reasons, but I do try to not do it with everything. Lastly, question 13, in your makeup journey, have you become less or more consumeristic? Let me think about this one. I want to do the other eye and come back because I need to think about that one. I really want to answer this question properly. I don't think my consuming has changed in terms of how much money I spend. I think honestly I do spend the same amount of money that I probably have been for a long time. Maybe it's gone up a tiny bit. But honestly, my consuming has gone from fewer but nicer things. So I still spend the same amount of money, but I don't consume lots and lots of cheap stuff. For example, like fashion, you could say. I don't shop in Primark anymore. There's no problem. I don't have a problem with people that shop in Primark. But I would rather shop even just in ASOS and River Island and find something that's going to last me a long time rather than something that's just like quick and fashionable, like fast fashion, you know. And the same with makeup, especially with like the likes of Colourpop Revolution. Colourpop not so much because I genuinely like the quality of Colourpop, and I usually only order like twice a year, so I have to think about how much I'm consuming or what I actually truly want. But like Revolution, Elf, MUA, I'm trying to think of all the drugstore brands, Maybelline, L'Oreal, all drugstore brands for me. I used to just pick the new stuff up, like all the time. I pick the new stuff up because it was new. And what I'd actually have is a bag full of makeup that probably wasn't the quality that I wanted, probably wasn't actually what I truly needed either, what I was truly looking for in terms of something in my makeup collection, but I just bought it because I just bought it and because I could and because I wanted to buy something. Nowadays I probably spend the same, but I would like to buy a Natasha Denona palette or a Pat McGrath palette, or I'd like to buy from an indie brand and spend that money somewhere else. Like when I purchased the Cliona Cosmetics shadows, I've got a full swatch collection on those if you'd like to see that. I spent a lot of money on that, but I probably spent the same amount of money that I would on a Colourpop haul than I did on 2 small, you know, single eyeshadows that are beautiful, I absolutely adore, that are really, really good quality, you know. So the spending in terms of consumerism probably hasn't changed, but the volume at which I consume has significantly gone down. So yes, my consumption has definitely decreased, not by a lot, but the style in which I consume has changed significantly, and I think that's like, I've just realised I haven't done any brows. Am I rocking like the 2006 look? What's going on? I think my consumption style has changed. So whether it's changed in volume, honestly I don't think it's gone down that much, but the type of stuff I consume has definitely changed. I have actually run out of questions. I have done them all. I'm gonna go away, do my brows and mascara, and we'll finish up this video. Okay, I'm back and I'm just doing my lips. I really do think doing this tag is actually quite fun, and I actually might do it next year as well. and see if my habits have changed, if I've been able to do the things I want to do, you know, like curb my spending and just changing my attitude to consumption in like general. What I'll do is I'll leave all the questions down below, so you can do these too if you want to answer them in the comments, or do them on your own YouTube channel if you've got one. Like I said, leave me your like channel name down below and I'll definitely watch it, because I love just like listening to you guys and really talking to all of you and seeing your content too, especially on Instagram. I love that when you like tell me your handle and I can go check it out too, especially with like Project Pan and just like tag videos. It's really, really great. Don't get me wrong, it's really frustrating when people promote their stuff unsolicited on your channel, because it's like, hey, I'm not like a free promotion website person, yo. But you know, when I actually say to you guys like, oh, tag me down below, you know, like if you do this, let me know, I wanna listen, then that's always fun, because I get to like know a little bit about you too. I think this beauty consumer tag is interesting because it's just like how I look at beauty and how I purchase things and how I treat my collection, how I sort of treat myself in that sense. So I've actually found this really interesting. So like I said, I'll list all of the questions down below in the description bar, as well as what's on my face, and I think that's it. Let me know if you do this. Comment down below your answers if you want to do that. That'd be really cool, and like talk to you about your answers too. Thank you guys so much for watching though. Thumbs this video up if you have enjoyed, and hit the subscribe button down below. Ring the bell if you haven't already, by the way, because then it lets you know every video that I upload. I upload 3 to 4 videos a week. I try to aim for like every other day, so you've got constant releases throughout the week. So hit subscribe and ring the bell for more on that. Take care guys, stay safe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.